Hi guys, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. So happy that you guys are joining me today for another process video. I'm going to be using some paints on my acrylic stamps today. So I just wanted to give you guys like a little sneak peek into how I was finishing up this Bible. You can see my Bible is pretty full. I do have a flip through of this Bible on my channel. I'll link it down below for you guys if you want to see the other entries inside. I'm working through the Big Story Part 2 devotional from Illustrated Faith, and I wanted to get all of that in the same Bible. So I'm working on just doing the last few entries in here, and then I will move on into a new Interleaved Bible, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to work on making a big title, and my title is going to read All Things New. I'm using the Top Knots Alpha from Illustrated Faith, and I'm using some acrylic paints, the Handmade Modern from Target. You know, we all love those. I have the color Marigold, Cabbage, and I have pink frosting as well as coral that I'm using for my inspiration for today. I loved how those were just kind of sitting on my paint shelf, and so I just grabbed them. I'm getting the paint on the acrylic with a paintbrush. My advice, if you are going to do this technique, is make sure that the paint is a little bit more watered down than usual. So that first impression, it's a little bit like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not as crisp and clear as what I wanted it, especially for that letter N. And so what I did is, I'm pretty sure the paint had dried since I first did it. So I would also suggest doing like one letter at a time. And you can see I learned my lesson. And with the word all, I am doing it one letter at a time, so the paint doesn't dry too quickly on the actual stamp. But when I went and fixed the N, I added some more water to my paintbrush and then put the paint on top of it, and it worked much better. It went on much smoother, and the impression was much more crisp. So I definitely suggest doing it that way. I'm using the Big Story alphabet stamp that came with my kit to get the word things down in the middle of the word all and new. And the stencil that I'm using for the beautiful triangle hearts is also from that kit. It's a really fun stencil. I've used it with paint. As you can see on my stencil, the paint had dried on it. So I've used it with that technique. I love doing it with my just my simple black pen to be able to get that down. It has a really nice effect, and I thought that that would really bring in the black from the word things that I'm stamping with my Stays On ink. So then it kind of all ties together. I'm using the little sticker that says hope with the verse reference that came in the kit. It's one of like the badge stickers you can see off to the right of my page. I wanted that to be a little reminder that I was working through this devotional. And then just to bring some more color to the rest of the page and kind of bring it all together, I'm using those same acrylic paints with a really watered down paintbrush, and I'm using that to get paint splatters on my page. I didn't feel like mixing my watercolors to match my acrylic paints, and so a fun little trick to be able to do that is just water down your paintbrush really well and then dip it in the paint, and it will be like beautiful paint splatters. I am still going to go to my watercolors to get some black ink splatters on the page, again, just to bring a little bit more of that black all together into the page so it all matches and just kind of is a little bit more cohesive. After I get those ink splatters onto my page, I am going to go to my Muji MUJI, and it's the 0.38. I have loved using it in this Bible. I love the fine point tip of this pen. It's the pen that I used in the stenciling of the heart, and it's also the pen that you see me using here for my journaling. I love how my handwriting looks with it, and it writes really smooth. So I highly suggest those pens if you're looking for something new, and I haven't had any like bleed through or any smearing issues with the pen. I'm going to get the date stamp down on my page, and then that is going to do it for me and for this entry for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys know I love the support. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Row Writes. Check a look at these close-ups, and I will be seeing you guys super soon. Have a blessed day. Bye.